Yo, what up, YouTube? It's Ra, and let me hot real quick. Time heals all wounds, but the caveat to that is as long as you're actively working on healing those wounds. So as time goes by, don't surf the feeling. Acknowledge the feeling and where it's coming from, and that's how you are going to obtain victory over whatever you're facing, whatever you're battling against, whatever the enemy is trying to attack you with. That's exactly what you need to do to overcome that. That's exactly what you need to do to stay focused on your journey. You know, you're not gonna feel great all the time. You're not gonna feel like you're your best all the time, but don't lose yourself in that feeling, because whatever you're feeling in that moment is temporary. So as time is going on, stay on top of whatever's going on. Whatever your feeling is, acknowledge it and understand where it's coming from and why you're having it. Because if you're not actively doing that, you're doing a disservice to yourself. So you need to understand why you're feeling this way and where it's coming from. Because as soon as you relax, as soon as you think that you can ease up, that's where the whatever negative thoughts you're having, it takes control over you. Once you relax and think that you have, one up on whatever is going on, that's where the negativity and all those thoughts of self-loathing comes from. I know you want to, it's nothing wrong with feeling you can relax, or nothing wrong with feeling like, you can be laid back and stuff. But when you're in times of desperate measures, you can't afford to do that. You can't afford to do that until the job is done. So understand that right now, when you're going after a goal and you're trying to achieve something, you have to be 100% full on the gas at all times until you achieve what you're trying to achieve. You can't let yourself get overzealous and think that you can one up whatever's going on. As soon as we think that we're stronger than our past, our emotions, whatever's going on internally, that's where it brings us back down. You never want to underestimate what's going on within yourself, because most of the time you're not at a war with other people. You're at a war with yourself, because the greatest threat is the self. The greatest enemy is the self. That's where all that negativities come from. The self-doubt, the self-loathing, the thought of you can't do it, the thought of it's too late, the thought of I'm too old, the thought of I'm not enough. That all comes from the self. You're not really mad at what other people say. You're mad that when people say these negative things about you, you mad that your brain, your mind, body, and spirit thinks that's true. That's why you're taking it to heart, because internally you do think these negative thoughts about yourself, but you're mad at the fact that you do. And that's the problem. So as time goes on, understand that whatever happened to you in your past, you need to let it stay there. Yesterday was yesterday. Today is today. So understand, put yourself in the position to succeed. Put yourself in the position where you think I've already succeeded. But as time goes on, always stay on top of the enemy. Always stay on top of, keep your foot on the neck, keep your foot on the gas, never ease up. Because in the battle, in the war with yourself, during the battle, you're playing for keeps. Understand that you're playing for keeps. Whatever you internally soak up and you take that as law, whatever you said, when all the self-doubt and all the self-loathing, whatever you take in and say, oh, this is who I am, and you take it as law, that's what it is. Because whatever you decide in your mind and say that's what it is, then the people out there will treat you as such. If you have no respect for yourself, nobody will have respect for you. You playing for keeps. Never ease up on what the goal is. Stay focused. But hey, it's Ra. Like, comment, subscribe if you like. And remember, you got this, homie. It's already yours.